Hello, welcome back to my next video on Vedic astrology. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the total solar eclipse that is going to happen on March 9th, 2016. And this is with regard to the Indian Standard Time. At 4:48 it starts. You can see here that the Tithi is Amavasya, or the new moon phase. You can see here 12.64% of Amavasya are left, and the next Tithi will soon start. What is Amavasya or new moon? You'll always see on Amavasya the moon and the sun close to each other. Have a look here on the longitude. The sun is at 24 degrees and moon is at 23 degrees. Perfect. They're so close to each other. But each time there is a new moon, you don't get to see a solar eclipse. In this chart, let's look at the other side of Rahu, which is Ketu. You'll find that that Ketu is very close at 27 degrees. You will never have a solar eclipse without either the Rahu or Ketu very close to the sun. So that's the reason why every Amavasya is not a solar eclipse. Now this knowledge was available in India 5,000 years ago. There were people who used this knowledge for several purposes. And in ancient India, the knowledge of trigonometry and astronomy was above average. Most astrologers knew how to calculate the eclipse in spite of the advancement in mathematics and the calculation part of the solar eclipse. To the lay person, the wise men of India said that during an eclipse, a snake called Rahu swallows up the sun. And so people believed this. But this story was told for a good purpose. They said it's very dangerous. There's a large snake out there, so don't come out. So stay home. Follow certain kinds of self-defense practices, like do not have food during the eclipse and so on. So they knew the harmful side of the eclipse, and to keep people away, they said there's a large snake out there and so don't come out. The astrological significance is you have to know which nakshatra the moon is in when the eclipse happens. You can see here that the moon is in Poorvabhadra, a nakshatra that belongs to Jupiter. And you can see opposite here, Jupiter is with Rahu. And if you look at the degrees, Jupiter is at 24 degrees and Rahu is at 27 degrees. Whenever Jupiter and Rahu meet each other, then it is called a Guru-Chandala yoga, because Jupiter represents knowledge and Rahu represents ignorance, poison. So it isn't good to have Rahu and Jupiter so close to each other during the time of an eclipse. So all those people who are born in the star of Poorvabhadra have to be specifically extra careful, and for the next 6 months at least. If it's a total solar eclipse, then the effects of the eclipse last for 6 months, and if it is partial, it lasts for 3 months. So all those people born in the nakshatra of Poorvabhadra have to take special care for the next 6 months. Care means do more of prayers to God and more charity. Whenever it is Rahu Kalam and Yamaganta Kalam, do not take undue risk during Rahu Kalam and Yamagantam for the next 6 months in case your nakshatra happens to be Poorvabhadra. They also say that once Poorvabhadra is affected, then the trinal stars to Poorvabhadra, which is Punarvasu and Vishaka, they also come under the influence of this eclipse. If you belong to the Hindu faith, then you should pray to Lord Shiva. And as a coincidence, this time, this eclipse comes close to Mahashivratri. You have knowledge of Shiva mantras, please recite it for the next 6 months. There is one school of thought which says that wherever the eclipse is visible, only the people belonging to those cities or nation or country have to be extra careful in relation to the astrological significance of the solar eclipse. However, the eclipse is happening involving the nakshatra. Therefore, all people in the world who have been born in Poorvabhadra, the 25th nakshatra, should be extremely careful for the next 6 months. We have come to the end of this video. In case you have any doubts, please type them out in the comment section, and whenever I find the time, I'll answer them for you. See you soon in my next video.